Everybody, this is Maverick, and I am officially 5 days post-op now, for top surgery. It's pretty exciting. We had to go through a lot of crap, mostly because my insurance said that they covered gender reassignment surgeries, and it turns out that they only wanted to cover half of the two that are required for top surgery, and my surgeon would not do the surgery unless both were, accepted. So they tried multiple different codes to appeal, and none of them were working because, for some odd reason, the insurance considered the nipple areola part of the surgery cosmetic, which it isn't. It's just the second part of the surgery. It's what's required. So I already had my appointment scheduled in the system for August 5th, hoping that, by then insurance would be on board with everything, and they weren't. So I wasn't willing to go for an answer. So I pulled out a personal loan so I could afford the surgery. It's not the greatest idea, but it's what I had to do it, and I didn't really want to wait any longer because that's the one thing that causes me, to be the most dysphoric out in public. I've been binding now for probably over a year, just because, I'm not supposed to bind either, but I did anyways, because I can't really breathe with the binder around my chest and stomach. So I had to look into ones that were just like a quarter that only did from here up, basically. Right now I just have my own personal binder on. I'm out of the medical binder. I just got the drains out yesterday. I could have had them out the day after surgery, but I didn't, or the 2 days after surgery, but I didn't have a ride up there quite yet. So, thankfully one of my friends was available yesterday to go with me to head on up there. So all I have now is just the little yellow bolsters over the nipple areola area, and those are coming off 10 days after surgery, which is Monday the 15th. First thing in the morning, and then I should be able to return to work. I can't really do anything strenuous, with my upper body. I can't vacuum. I can't lift my arms above about that high. It doesn't hurt or anything. It just, they don't want you to stretch out the scars, really, because it takes them like 6 months really to go away and not be able to stretch and be as visible. I'm really happy with the results. I went through Dr. Schmidick up in Seattle, and she was really confident in the surgery from the get-go, more confident than I was, because I was new, still am new to the ways that they were going to do it, and I've never had a major surgery in my life. The only surgeries that I've ever gone through were wisdom and tonsils, so anything drastic or cosmetic or anything like that, nothing, no broken bones or anything. Surprisingly, I stayed calm the whole time. When I was in the hospital, I literally had pre-op the day before the surgery, so it was like pre-op surgery. There was no really in-between time to collect. I just kept saying that I was super excited and super stoked. So we got to the hospital. My dad and my stepmom drove me. As you know, these are the two that misgender me the most, I guess I could say. And there was definitely some misgendering in the hospital that caused doctors confusion and everything else, which was very annoying. Surprisingly, my stepmom, who's, I don't want to say more conservative, but, the one that's you know, usually a pain in the ass is a nice way to say it, was the one trying the most in calling me, by my legal name now, and, he, instead of, the gender I was assigned at birth. So that was a little annoying, but for the most part, it was very, very nice of them to offer to take me up there and bring me back down after surgery, because if it wasn't for them, I would have my best friend, but I didn't really want to rely on her to drive up to Seattle, knowing that she doesn't really like driving long distances in the first place, and I didn't want to bother her with that. But she came over the day after I was out of the hospital and spent the day with me. Well, not the day, because I was still drowsy from narcotics, but a couple hours anyways, and that was nice. So I'm, I guess, officially 6 days post-op, and my pain's at a 0. I didn't take any Tylenol yesterday, but I was really stiff. The binder and definitely the restrictions you have on how much you can move your upper body really makes you really stiff. Sorry, my cat keeps clawing at my side because he wants my attention. Hi, Zebra. But yeah, so it went really good. I am super stoked with the results. I posted them on my Facebook page, and I think I might have posted them on my Tumblr as well. If you haven't seen them, check them out. They are a good example of, what it looks like to come straight out of surgery. It's not the most prettiest thing, but it is what it is. And it wasn't really... It's really painful the first couple of days, but after the first couple of days, it just, it's numb. It's there. You can touch it. It just feels like what I'm doing now, kind of like if you rub over like a layer of clothing on the skin. That's what basically my whole chest feels like, from, I want to say, like here to probably like right here. The scars are, can't see obviously, but they're right here. They're both horizontal and did thing, and then I had a free nipple and areola back on, so the bolsters right now are sewed on to the nipple areolas for 10 days to hopefully get them take, and so the nerves hopefully, attach to something and don't rot off, essentially, because that can happen. But it's normally not an issue at all, especially in younger folks who go through the surgery. I still have my GoFundMe up because it is about $5,000 more expensive than I was expecting to come out of my pocket if insurance would have covered just the whole surgery in general, which it didn't, because I don't have state. So unfortunately, it only covers 80% of the surgery. So 80% of the mastectomy would be like $4,263. And then the free nipple and areola graft was $4,350, which I ended up paying out of pocket with borrowed money from my bank, unfortunately. But so I have $8,600 something odd dollars to pay off total, which is half of my car total, which is kind of cool. At the same time, it's another bill that I have to take on that I really wasn't, expecting or planning for. So if you guys can keep sharing my GoFundMe and, get the word out there, I am still looking for any help I can get. And it is all appreciated so much because, I work as a counselor at a mental health agency, and going through this is like a huge step in my confidence, and it gives me the knowledge on what you have to go through exactly and what barriers that you have thrown at you, and it's going to be a really big honor to help other people in my area hopefully learn, what it's going to consist of. Not everything's, flowers and butterflies. Unfortunately, sometimes it's horrible and sad, and sometimes things just, you can't get to go your way, so you have to do whatever, you're willing to pull teeth to, have done what you need to feel your authentic self. And it's a lot of mental and physical stress as a whole, but, I'm proud to be a part of it. And, yeah, so if you have any questions, just, hit me up on anything really. I got Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube, and I'm willing to answer anything I can help anybody with. Thanks for watching. Bye.